Welcome back, guys. We'll be continuing on this Austro-Hungarian Empire campaign. Now, you might have noticed we're now 2.5 years ahead of what we were in the last video. It's just because I've been playtesting a few things to see if I can help fix some problems for the devs. So that's why I've skipped a bit of time while I was playtesting. Now, there is one more thing that I want to playtest for the devs, but I thought I'd record it because it involves playing the game anyway. So basically, I want to see if the ship combat experience is working. So I won't be able to figure that out with torpedo boats, so I will have to do it with a battleship. So I've designed a battleship that's worthy of combat. So we're going to be building some of them. I'm going to need my crew training up to maximum. You might also notice that I've got advanced technology, even though I've stayed at 75%, so I'm going to reduce it to 50 until I drop down to average, and then I'll increase it up to 65, see if that works. Come on. 51 will do. Okay, so we're going to have to build some ships. So we've got 17.7 and 1.8 billion. So 17.7. I think 30 is probably fine. I don't think I need any more than that. So it's going to take 14 months until they build, but I don't want to get in any fights at the moment until they're built. So I'm just going to carry on skipping turns for 14 months, and then we can test out the combat experience. Oh, my technology's just dropped down to average, so we'll leave it at 50 until it drops to below, and then I'll increase it to 65, see if it goes above average again. I don't want to fight a war quite yet. I want to wait until I've got them ships ready. It's a bit annoying that I'm having to keep paying them off, but it's no big deal really. I've got over $1.7 billion in reserves. Okay, so we're ready to go to war now. The hard part will be figuring out which ones are these. The actual proper ships. I forgot to separate them out. So it's the Prince Eugene. I have actually got some mothballed as well, so I'll have to sort that out. Did I press cancel instead of send? Idiot. Oops. Right then, so I think we may as well fight the British if we've got enough ships, seeing as they want to fight with us. So the British have got 101 ships, so that's plenty. If I send them there, I'm going to upset the French as well, so I might send them into the North Sea. I'll wait until they arrive before I change that. Okay, so we've got our war with the British now. Let's see if we can get these ships above trained. And I've been dragged in with the Italians as well. Okay. Looks like I'm going to end up having to do some defensive battles, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I might have to bring this back actually and fight the Italians first, because I believe the Italians... Oh no, they've only got 64. They've actually got the least amount. And they're behind on technology for some random reason. God knows how, when they've got all that funds. They just haven't been spending it, idiots. Right, let's see if we can just fight the British. Well, we're fighting the British, but not with the ships that I want to fight them with. So I'm going to see if I can withdraw, which I can. Right, we may as well just sink this armoured cruiser. I'm going to have to bring my main fleet back, it looks like. I've probably got some upgrades that I can do to these torpedo boats, but because I've been playtesting, I haven't actually had a look. It also appears as if I've got some ships that are the old, non-refitted design. So I could do with changing that. Well, how on earth have I got that when I've got all these ships here? That's weird. So it looks like it doesn't matter how many ships you have, you still can't protect your convoys. Which is a problem because obviously with me having this transport capacity at 0, these transport losses are permanent. So that's just knocked me down by 6.2 million, which is obviously a big issue. Right, let's bring these back, see if I can clear my waters out. Well, this is obviously a problem. That's another 6 million down. I wonder why. I've got far more protecting the area. I've got 17,000 to their 2,000. That's ridiculous. Right. Yeah, dear. Let's see if I can refit these ships. I shouldn't have done that. It's a convoy. Yeah. Oh dear. Was that another 4 million? Yeah. That was silly. All this because I want to play test. Right, these are the main force, but unfortunately they're fighting a single blooded battleship. Which means all of these other ones are going to be the ships that I don't want to be using. Hopefully he comes towards me. Can't guarantee anything though. That's helpful. See if we can land some big hits on him. No, I don't expect anyone to have gained any experience from that, but I will check. Regular. So I have got some. So let's have a look, see who they are. So I've got regular on Kloster Newberg. Regular on Montecuccoli. These are not words that I've said very often. So Kloster Newberg and Montecuccoli. So let's check them out. Still losing 5, despite being 35 times the amount of power projection. So Kloster Newberg and Montecuccoli. He's back down to trained, even though he hasn't replaced any crew. Can't even see Montecuccoli. I'm going blind. There he is. He's trained, back down from regular, despite not replacing any crew. So combat experience doesn't do anything, or at least in the short term it's bugged. Maybe if you gain enough it might eventually tick over, but they were regular after the battle, and now they've gone back down to trained without replacing any crew. So yeah, it's bugged. So I will continue to use these big battleships, but I'll also use the other ships now. It's going to be a challenge to defend. I'm going to have to put all my efforts into defending my convoys. That's how I'll have to play this playthrough. Right, because I've not got many ships, I think I'm going to do a follow order. I need to remember to see if I've got some better propulsion that I can put on as well. Come on, fire your torps. Jesus Christ, that took a long time. Should be one down. I think he's coming in too hot. So I need to hit the rear of the ship, preferably. There we go, I think that was pretty successful. Let's have a look, see if we've got something new. Oops, wrong one. Won't do that yet. Wrong button. So we have got a new torpedo size, but we haven't got the double tube, so interesting. Putting the torpedo size on, it hasn't put me over. What here is badly placed? I'll pick something up and put it back down. Ah, it's these. Everything else is fine. Right. Oops. I don't think there's any point in changing anything else, even though I've got some weight left over. Could put that on. That's actually reduced it. Right, that'll do. I'm just waiting for double tubes, really. Before I do that, I'm going to set them all in the sea as a task force. Now I'll do it. Right, I may as well click this add crew back on now. Now that I've finished playtesting. Right, let's see if we can clear some of these waters. And I wonder if 50,000 power projection is going to be enough to stave off the transports being sunk. It's a possibility that the recording's going to cut out during this battle because it's an extremely large one, so I think I'll end the recording here and then I'll start off the recording at the start of the next battle. So cheers for watching, guys, take care, I'll see you in the next one.